hear that, it means that it is a Friday and the boys are seated to discuss every single thing that is happening in the world of sports. A very interactive show that discusses every single thing that you need to know. The show that sets you up for the weekend. The show that plans the game for you. This is Game Plan. And I am Muftau Nabila Ablai sitting in for Fentio Tahiro and Victor Achutamaklo. If you don't hear the voice of Fentio Tahiro, you would usually hear the voice of Victor Achutamaklo. But today, it is Muftau Nabila Abdullahi seated behind the console. And you can join the conversation on 055 1111997, 055 1111997. We are on Twitter Spaces, streaming live on all our digital platforms as well. So be a part of the show. Send us your messages and we'll read them. Tweet us using the hashtag GamePlan and make the show what it is. You're the reason why we are here this afternoon. You made it possible for us to be here. The conversation is going to be as fun as always. And today, it's just a few hours to the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament, which is happening at University of Ghana Stadium. And we'll talk about that briefly. We'll also be talking about why Liverpool is causing confusion in Newcastle. Isak went to release a very long statement claiming that there was an agreement, and that agreement has been breached by Newcastle United. Newcastle countered with a statement also saying that at no point did they have any agreement with Isak to let him go this summer because they want to keep their best players. And guess what? While Isak is holding Newcastle ransom and not training, Isak too is holding Brentford ransom to go to Newcastle United. What a drama. We'll also be talking about the appointment of Maxwell Konedu as Ghana under-20 coach. And in fact, from where I sit, the Ghana under-20 national team is the second most patronized national team when it comes to the hierarchy of national teams we've got in this country. And the Ghana Football Association, they have tasked Maxwell Konedu to take charge of the team, replacing Desmond Ofer, who led the team to the Under-20 African Cup, led them to the WAFU competition as well. As I mentioned, all these are the things we'll be talking about this afternoon. And Sichofe, Philip Ashrim. Why is Daniel Cranton laughing?
Wait. When we were having a behind the scene conversation, our mics were on.
Your microphones, yes, they were on.
Because I not introduced that. So.
Because I hadn't introduced you, that's why you're.
Talking about our wives.
You were talking about your wives.
If we were talking about our wives.
And what did Danike say?
If we were talking about our wives and the microphone were you've not introduced that, but you put on our microphones.
You put on the mics. So if we were saying something.
If you're talking about your wives, is it anything bad about it?
It's not supposed to be for the public. Otherwise, we would say it right now.
Since when did it become a crime to talk about your wives?
Is it everything about your wife that you say in public? Why are you thinking plates? Simple question.
No, and I hope my mind is not going too far. Is that why you don't discuss about your wife with your friends? The meals she cook, the wonderful meals she cook.
Does it mean that I'll sit on radio and discuss it?
You're telling
are all the listeners my friends?
You're telling the general public that your wife is a very good cook.
Oh, that one is standard. But I'm saying that.
Quick.
That one is standard.
Yeah,
it's standard.
Sicho, welcome.
Thank you, bro.
Danny K.
For the shout out.
For the shout out.
Charlie dribble.
Anyway, Everton.
Charlie.
Are you the new signer of Liverpool, Everton?
Charlie.
You get Kitiki in free.
Yeah.
Kitiki in free song.
Charlie. Drip.
Someone gave is it Ekitiki or something a new name. Or say is it Ketekete or something like that.
What's his name? What's his name?
Eki kitty kitty. And eka kitty kitty kitty. Okay, Ayashe. Eka kitty 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 kitty. But gentlemen, thank you very much. Joy Sports Invitational Tournament happening tomorrow at the University of Ghana Stadium. Danny K, talk to me.
Open your eyes first. The guy is talking to me. He has closed his eyes. We are looking on the listing. There are 3 people sitting here. You've introduced 2.
Even Mirabel is shocked.
A shock. You are closing your eyes and you are talking to me. There are 3 people sitting here. You've
so
introduced
I
2.
my eye.
You've introduced 2. Then you are asking me about Joy's Positivity.
Oh, I should introduce the 3rd
Introduce the 3rd person. You are there. You are asking me about Joy with your eyes closed.
How may I introduce you?
Just Kelvia, please.
Oh, no, say it.
Kelvia, that's all. Yes, it's Kelvia. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Are you a Gen Z?
Yes.
Yeah.
No
The
wonder.
Quactic
I
Gen
thought
Z.
yes.
Stop it.
I want to do what?
The Quactic.
Stop it. That's not my brand, please.
I don't know. Could be.
What is your brand?
No.
Quactic?
Kelvia is the
Sorry.
brand.
Yeah.
Calvia is a brand.
Yes, please.
The
Oh,
Quactic
okay.
Gen Z.
You are a senior Gen Z. I've gotten that. Yes, senior Gen Z. Welcome to the show. I'm seeing you here for the first time.
Yes. It's my first time
This is your first time.
here.
Which club do you support?
Manchester United.
Oh my God. Then you've gone through emotional trauma at your
please.
young age.
I've seen everything I can see.
Since
I can go through
2013.
life. Yeah.
Hey, so for 12 years you've been emotionally down.
No, but Gen Z man, you fans, they hard.
So I was going to ask you.
I've not experienced
Now,
anything good in this life.
who influenced you
Who
to support the
influenced you
club?
to support Man U?
Why are we making this about Man U?
It's a question.
That was not part of the things you said we're going to talk about. So let's proceed with what we're going to talk
No,
about.
I just want to understand, like, what influenced your decision to support Man United?
Considering you're a Gen Z.
My sister.
She
Your-
said what? The millennial.
Yes.
So she influenced you.
Yes.
She no
As in, she was always
no
taking you
try.
to go and watch Man United matches or something?
I've always watched football in general in our house. So
Right.
So
Everybody-
if you're watching football in general, there should be a specific reason why you're following Man United or you
You said the
chose-
sister.
Yeah,
sister
sister.
influenced it.
My sister.
But I want
No,
to
the
ask,
sister
like, which
influenced it,
year
but-
did you really realize that you were in love with Man United?
yeah, let me see. It's hard though.
It's hard.
It's hard.
Which year?
Because I've been going through a lot.
Yeah, so I just
And
want to
a
know,
lot
like,
is someone
trying to
going
figure
through
out-
you.
around the year you realized that maybe 2010-ish, 2009, maybe, was it?
Not 2010. I started liking them when they were going through the hardship after
Say Alex
Ferguson.
So you're looking at
So you've not seen a
2013,
league then?
2014.
I've not seen it.
So you've
Oh,
not
Charlie.
Ah, so
supported
you've
Man
never
United in the period
experienced
where
Man
they won the
United win
league.
a single trophy.
Please, I've seen them win FA Cup.
Yeah, that'd be hard. That'd be
Tell
hard.
you hard, though. You've not seen a league title.
You've not seen a league title.
No,
When Robin Van Persie came to win the 20th Premier League title for Man
I've not
United.
seen it, but I've watched it. I've seen.
Past glory.
Yes,
Nice.
past glory.
Oh,
Nice.
God.
Interesting.
Carry hard.
Okay. He had.
He had.
But Dana, talk to me about the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament.
Today they reposted that video from last year. That were you walking fast or you were like, what were you doing? And you see the video.
Did I beat Evans?
It's not about beating Evans. It's about your running technique. You see, this is why you see Ghanaian sports journalists only you two no. You will come here next month is World Championships.
Yes.
You will come here and be critically,
Baton change,
practically analyzing
how this
baton
position
change.
Jack.
I will take a look at how Rashid
sure.
and Co.
You went on the track. No, I think this morning is the first time I'm like looking at it.
Hopefully, yeah, paying attention to it.
The guy was walking fast though.
Is that why you almost fell on the
He finished and went to 4-2 at the finish line.
Is that
Akwepa.
why you almost fell on the track? Is that why?
No, you shocked me.
By the way you laughed at me, was it fair?
No, by the way you fell down, was it fair? How can you go and fall at the finish
So
line?
you see, I need proper coaching. As someone who was chasing rats and squirrels in the village,
That's
I
how
fell
you.
down to the track.
Oh, then they'll escape you. They'll escape you. But tomorrow, the round 2. You have to do rematch.
Oh, but I'll beat him again.
Yeah, sure.
I can guarantee you I'll beat Evans again. I
Evans
don't
is
need
not
to
bad
train
like
for
that.
that.
Too.
We'll be there.
And to be frank, VR evidence shows that you first started.
Who?
You.
How?
You started before they said go.
How?
We've looked at
Take a
VR
look
evidence.
at the video. I did subtemp.
You didn't even start from the starting line. You see, I shock. You ran 50 meters. You say you did something.
It was more than 50 meters. What are you talking about?
Who was less than? It was half. You could run half there.
Hey, I'll let you be serious.
Oh, but can you run 50? Oh, don't do that.
Oh,
You, can you run?
we did like
Me?
Can you run?
it was 100
You
though.
that you're always having hamstring.
Me? You know what? Tell them.
Put that read the guy.
See, Motown, Super Zoo. I mean, yeah.
You were run like your fire service officer, right?
Me,
The gentleman who wasted his talent at the fire service.
That guy, no try.
But one of the things that I am particularly looking forward to in this year's Joy Sports Invitational Tournament is the fact that the numbers, in fact, 50 companies,
Plenty.
50.
So if you win, it means something more.
It means something.
It means more. Yeah.
Yes. If you have
And if you
50
choose to-
corporate organizations, if you have 50 corporate organizations available, and you are able to win something, clearly suggests that yes, you did top.
You did talk.
But I am looking forward to maybe the work with the chief of staff. That should be special because to have the CEOs around, business opportunities, go and whisper into the chief of staff's ear. I think get some contract where I go fee execute.
You see, this point you've raised there, this is the most important thing about this.
Yeah.
It's not just the games. Oh. See, people have come to find their lovers. They've come to find jobs. It's an opportunity. Oh. Even if your company has not signed up and you sit in the house and you are waiting for social media posts to follow, you are doing yourself. Bugger. Come there, your baby girl. Your future wife and husband is at the University of Ghana Stadium.
In fact, yesterday when I was speaking with the YEA representatives, when we met the companies yesterday, they were like, oh, we are young and no one is married in the office. Even our CEO is not married and what. I said, come. Your husband probably is here. Your wife probably is here. Come and find them. Let's have some fun. Let's engage. Let's network. Let's build some
Last year, the
long-lasting
luckiest,
relationships.
they brought some girls be there. I saw some 2 guys be from this team bank. I don't want to mention their name. They were supposed to be playing table tennis. They saw the girls down there. They left. They left. I hear one of them is working at the luckiest now.
You just mentioned something interesting, which was about the business opportunities this could create. But just how important is it that you assemble all these corporate organizations under one umbrella for an event?
No, it's very important. Look, it's aside the sports. Yeah, sports is very important. Keeping fit, healthy lifestyle. But these are opportunities. And you see, on a day like this, the person who will say yes or no to you is in a very good mood. Everybody is happy. Everybody is playing. Everybody is in a good mood. So it's a very good opportunity for you to go. When in between games, you see him sitting there smiling, drinking some water, just go and sit with him. Bah, quick pitch. People do it in front of me last year. People were doing it. I was just looking and saying, fantastic.
You saw Papa.
Oh, I saw. Oh. I said, Charlie, the TT go, bro. Somebody for can play match. Then you see him for the corner there. He the toast. Charlie.
The
pitch, quick.
Sijo, talk to me about the invitational tournament. You will be there. When we
for
spoke
sure I'll be
yesterday,
there.
you said you were going.
Baller.
I'll be there 100%.
Baller.
I can be there for many things: table tennis, lawn tennis.
Baller. Baller.
Multi-talented. So,
You're
but yeah, but I'll be
versatile.
there to support. I think it's important. Look, and even for the same people in the same company, you normally meet your colleagues in the work setting. You never really see them outside work and how they relate. So it's a time to cool off the work stress, and then by the time this invitational competition is done, it will shock you that the energy and the morale in certain companies will shoot high.
Yeah.
Because Charlie, the stress is off. You now have a better feel of somebody's other side. Yeah. So it is good. And generally, you are there to exercise. You are there to burn some calories. There to sweat. There to walk. There to play sports. There to refresh your mind and reset your mind. And then ultimately there to make new friends. There to learn more about what people do. I tell you what, there are several solutions that your company can use, except that you don't know those solutions are available. So it's in some of these gatherings that you get to realize that, company A does this, and if I link up with company A, I can be more effective in the way I execute this in my company.
Yeah.
So it's important. People go for a lot of work conferences. That one, so people come and say their speech, do their presentation. That one too is good. After which you do networking. This one, what the Joy Sports team is doing or what we are putting together it's a sports. Yet we get to meet people in a more relaxed mood, have these conversations, link up, learn more about corporate, entities, and then hopefully from that point you strike some good deals, you strike some good partnerships, and then lots of positive things come out from that. So I love it.
And just to take you through the schedule of the event, as I mentioned earlier, from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m. we're having the 5-kilometer walk and the aerobic session, which is going to be at Legon Stadium and Legon Campus. And also from 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. we'll have the football round one. There will be the table tennis, the volleyball. There's going to be tennis itself, the chess, the draws, there's Scrabble, e-sport, basketball, free throw, lime on spoon. All these things will be happening between 8 and 11 a.m. From 12 to 2 p.m., the swimming will start because in the morning it will be very cold. You don't want to have people inside the water. So we'll have the swimming between 12 and 2 p.m. The CO's penalty shootout, the female penalty shootout are all happening between 12 and 2 p.m. From 2 p.m. to 4 p.m., we'll have the sack race, the tag of peace, the arm wrestling, and the football round 2. And then from 4 to 6 p.m., we'll have the relays, the 100 meters dash men and women, the men's football final, and then the award ceremony. Let me just say something pretty quick about swimming. One of the things that we discussed was the fact that we are going to create a food court. We are also creating a bar. But please, if you know you are coming to swim, don't pass by the bar. Alcohol and water are incompatible. We'll have people on standby to make sure that you're safe. However, if you dive inside the water with your chair, we might think you are trying to do Michael Phelps things and come out. So please, one of the things we are sending to our participants is that we beg you, don't take the alcohol and come to swim. For the football competition, we conducted the draw some few weeks ago. The teams already know their opponents, but just by way of recap, we've added the kickoff times for each match. Heritage Christian University will come up against the Multimedia Group. That game will kick off at exactly 8 o'clock. We'll have Adansi Travels versus McDan Group at 8:20. Ayuda Hub will come up against the Lackiers at 8:40 a.m. Ghana Investment Payment Services, that one will be at 9 o'clock a.m. They will come up against ECG. Multi-choice, if you go and beat them, they will come and off your lights. The Multi-choice Ghana, they won the E-Games last year. They will come against Core Impact Limited. The National Identification Authority, NIA, will come up against Star Assurance. That game will kick off at 9:40 a.m. NIA boss, Wisdom, Yaira Koku was telling me that he's been trained by Lionel Messi for a penalty shootout, and that one of the things he's looking forward to is the E-Games. So, NIA versus Star Assurance at 9:40. Youth Employment Agency versus Omni Basic. That game will kick off at exactly 10 o'clock. And Malik Basintali will be coming through with his 5K men and women. They come up against Omni Basic at exactly 10 o'clock. Including New Industries, they will play Old Mutual at 10:20 a.m. And MPA will come up against Tropo Farms, and that game will be kicking off at 10:40. Tropo Farms, then I to your people, your friends.
Yeah.
The La Community Bank will come up against Emigo Ghana. So these matches will be happening at the Park 2. These are the matches that will be happening at the Park 2. La Community Bank versus Emigo Ghana is also kicking off at exactly 8 o'clock. The matches will be happening simultaneously. So at 8 o'clock, the other matches too will be happening. And in fact, one of the interesting things is that the CEO of La Community Bank, Peter Van der Poy, and the CEO of Emigo Ghana, producers of Yomi Yogurt, Stephen Eku. They are all former students of St. Augustine's College. So Ogasco versus Ogasco. Piva Beverages will be led by Frank Ajay, the CEO. They come against SIC Insurance. All Sales Services will play Yak Diko at 8:40. Mirrors Commission will play Piwak Natural Health at 9 o'clock. Premier Health Insurance will play Equity Health at 9:20. Consolidated Shipping Agencies Limited, their CEO says that Cristiano Ronaldo is teaching him how to take free kicks and penalties.
Oh, then you win.
They come up against Ash Foam. ARB Apex Bank will play Axis Pension. Safoda Ventures will come up against Sowenano and Sons Construction Limited. That game kicks off at 10:20. DHL Ghana will play Gual PLC at 10:40. And Labadi Beach Hotel will play IS Evolution Consult at exactly 11 o'clock. IS Evolution Consult, their CEO, Divine Teye, is the defending champion of the CEO penalty shootout. So basically, these are the fixtures. However, one thing we just need to add pretty quick is that your game is kicking off at 11 o'clock. Does not mean that if you arrive at 11 or 10:30, the possibility of you missing out on the other events that will be happening in the morning will be very high. So your team will be participating in the other events that will be happening in the morning. And the events are going to be live on television on Joy Prime. So we do not have the window of saying that, oh, you are not in yet, because the airtime cannot wait for us. So since the event is going to be live on television, we encourage all participants to be around. Again, as I mentioned yesterday, earlier, we had a meeting with the companies yesterday at the University of Ghana Stadium. We've told them all the things we are putting in place to ensure that the event is a success. We'll be creating a help desk, a registration desk. So if you get there, the help desk is there to help you to go to a registration desk and register your team. And also, as we mentioned, we need liaisons from all the participants, so that liaison will come with your team to make it easier for registration. We'll create some directions to make it easier for you as well if you want to go to the food court, if you want to go to the swimming pool, and if you want to also go and take your children to the children's playground. We've created a children's playground to make it easier for you. So if you are worried that you are coming to the event with your kids, your nephews, your nieces, and you are worried where you are going to leave them, don't be worried. Just come. There's going to be a children's playground where the kids will be there playing and also having fun. It's a family day out. Come out with your family, enjoy yourselves, have some fun. Let me just mention pretty quick. The tartan tracks at the University of Ghana mentioned to all of us. That track is the only standardized track we've got in the country, and we need to protect it. So please, if you go to the venue, ensure that you protect the track. For the football matches, there is a cover. They will use to cover the tracks for us to be able to have our football matches. But just know that we cannot walk on the tartan tracks with heels. That's not acceptable. So basically, that is all the things you need to know. Every single person who will be working on this will be branded, and you can easily identify the person. Sicho will be branded. Danike will be branded. Sicho has become a family member, so we have to brand you. So Danike is going to be branded. Kelvin, will you be branded?
Yes, please.
Yes, you're going to be branded. Jojo will be branded. I will be branded. Everyone will be branded to make sure that the event is a success. That is it. We move on to talk other issues, especially the appointment of Maxwell Konedu as Ghana and 20 national team coach. But just before that, have you heard of the Joy Sustainability Month? Have you heard of that? Well, we face real challenges every day in Ghana, from high rent prices, housing challenges, expensive food, traffic that drains our pockets and reduces our life expectancy, and rising electricity bills. But what if we told you that these problems are all interconnected and there are sustainable solutions that can actually save you money and improve your life. In August, the Joy Sustainability Month focuses on solutions to some of our key sustainability issues. For 4 weeks, we are diving into the issues that matter to your daily life. We will explore how you can still afford to own a home in Ghana, why your food costs so much, and what we can do about it, how to cut your transport costs, and practical ways to power your home, among others. Every weekday, join our expert conversations on the Super Morning Show and other programs. This is not just talk, it's about real solutions for real Ghanaians. Because sustainability isn't just about the environment, it is about sustaining your wallet, your family's future, and Ghana's prosperity. The Joy Sustainability Month, starting 4th August, it's already ongoing. Your sustainability future starts with the right conversation. The Joy Sustainability Month is brought to you by Joy Business and supported by Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. And also, Mobile Money Limited acknowledges the challenges customers continue to experience on the Momo USSD channel *170#. The technical team is working to resolve the issue. We urge customers to use the Momo app and or my MTN app for their transactions. Download the Momo app and my MTN app from the Google Play Store, iOS App Store, Palm Store, or the Huawei App Gallery. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. Issued by Mobile Money Limited Communications Department. And also, it is time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencers with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If they place bets using your code, you will earn 4% of their wager. Doesn't matter if it is a win or a loss. If they bet, you earn cash. And the more people that bet with your code, the more you will earn. Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer. Exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway. Get way more. Sicho. Maxwell Konedu is Ghana under-20 coach. Did you see this coming?
No. I didn't see it coming. Although he's one of our more experienced coaches, but I looked at it from the side of style, right? Because the team is coming from Desmond Affair, who plays a certain brand of football that, to be fair, it's the modern way of football. Is what he brought to the fore. And I find Maxwell Konedu as a coach who is in the class of coaches who are not necessarily developers, but they are just going in for the win. And I don't see the link between Maxwell Konedu and the national team coaches. I don't think that they are the same. And I'm thinking that one of the things that we liked was that the way Otto Addo wants to play is somewhat, the similarities are there between how Otto likes his football and how Desmond liked his football. So it would have been easy to have players transition from U20 to the national team. So this is not about whether Maxwell is a good coach or is not a good coach. He is a good coach. He's one of the best, as I've said, we have in the country. But stylistically, we've moved on from one coach to the other, who both of them play very different brand of football. Unless the FA is going to say that the football DNA that they spoke to us about like a year and a half ago, they have run our coaches through them. They have reoriented our coaches, and they know how we expect our national teams to play. If that is the narrative, then the assumption would be that Maxwell Konedu, that we know and the way he plays is going to be different from how his under-20 team would play. Of course, on under-20 level, we want success. But I'm looking at success with a long-term plan of transitioning players to directly move on to the national team and then fit in. But maybe they've looked through the national team and realized that it's been a while since we had any meaningful success at under 20. So we now desperately need to get in there, get some success. And these players are good enough to be re-coached in at a national team level, even if they are not playing the same brand of football and under 20 into the national team. So yeah, we'll see how it goes with him.
Based on what you saw from Desmond Affair, are there some things that you think Maxwell Konedu should be picking up from what Desmond did with the team and continue?
No, I don't think so. I think they are two different coaches, and it's like it will be unfair to say that maybe Jose Mourinho goes to take over a team where a Pep Guardiola kind of coaches were coaching. You expect Jose to pick something from them. Coaches, there's something about football. Football is a very subjective sport, even right at the very top. The way I consume football, the way I like it, the way I understand it, the way I want to see it, can be completely different from the way the other person wants to see it. And it goes all the way down to coaches. The way coaches feel about football can be very different. At the end of the day, all of them want to win. So you have different styles of football because you have different philosophies and different coaches. Maxwell Konedu's philosophy can be, I think, is very different from what Desmond Offair's philosophy is. So I won't straight away say there are things Desmond. And to be fair, Maxwell is by far experienced than Desmond.
True.
Right? So I'm not going to say that Maxwell should be picking something from Desmond. I'm only saying that the new crop of players that we produce, they are all being skewed towards a certain style of football. And Maxwell Konedu, of course, would know this by now. So once he goes around scouting or once he goes around picking the boys from U17, based on some of the education they had from U17, you'd expect him to continue that. Also knowing how the national team plays, then he can also tune his team to suit that. So it's almost like picking the U17, preparing them for the national team. So if he knows how the national team plays, he can also tune that under 20 team to, if you like, mirror it, so that it's easy for us to pick play. If you are going to some friendlies or games and we have some big players injured, we can easily look at Maxwell's team and say that, oh, that right back, that left back can be a fit because they do similar things, or that central midfielder can be on the bench for us because he has similar attributes to what we are used to in the national team. And I think that's the only way you make considerable progress. So Maxwell himself is intelligent, he's smart, he will know what to do with the national team. But I think that the GFA desperately needs some certain level of success with the U20 because it's been a long time coming.
Maxwell, he's been here before. I remember in 2013
Yep.
when he was in charge of the team. And in fact, he brought in the likes of Asifua into the team. He now went to the 2013 and 20 World Cup when Salah Sete came and took over the team. So one of the things we're actually basically looking forward to is maybe the possibility of, say, Maxwell Konedu being able to do it. But recently, when they gave him the under-20, the under-17 team, he didn't do anything much before the FA decided to change him. Danike, sometimes there's this conversation about consistency when it comes to the youth level of your national team. This is not where you want to be joking and making changes and all that. But it appears that's the thing we often see in our national teams. So, for instance, Karim Zito was there. Then a few months on, there was Samuel Boedu. A few months on, now we have Maxwell Konedu in charge of that. This inconsistency, sometimes people often say that building a team or a useful team requires loads of education. And as he mentioned, coaches have got different ideas and how they want football to be played. Do you think this inconsistency in terms of our technical direction for our youth teams, we should be worried about? Is this something we should be worried about?
Yeah, definitely. And not just inconsistency in terms of the individual who is in charge, but in terms of the styles, as Sicho has said. It wouldn't be too bad if you were changing managers who shared very similar principles in terms of the various age groups or the various youth teams. But they are very different, and that's what I think the problem is. If you remember, with the under-17s, a couple of years ago, Zito was in charge, Laye was his assistant, two completely different managers. Then Zito left, then Laye took over, and Laye left, then we had Frimpong Manso. Frimpong Manso didn't take charge of a major competition, and now Prosperity Ugum is the boss. Then with the under-20s also, as you just said, the constant chopping and changing, and it's just completely different managers, and it makes it very difficult to properly imbibe a certain group of principles in the team, in the national team, for it to run through up until the senior level. So for me, when I look at what is happening in terms of the managerial changes, I just ask myself, what is the use of the DNA? Because the DNA was to streamline the type of players we produce, the type of or there's the principles we have as a national team, and have them run through from the under 15s right up to the national team. But it's still very different. I think 2 years ago or last year when Laye did the Wafu. Yeah. So when Laye was in charge of the Wafu and you watched Laye's team, you could see some similarities between Laye's team and Desmond's team.
Yes, absolutely.
So that made sense. And then that's when Otto also came in, and based on what he has said and based on what we had seen in patches, it was also in line with what he was trying to do. So at the point on paper, it made perfect sense. Then Laye leaves and Frimpong Manso comes in. Frimpong Manso is very pragmatic. Based on this group of players he has, he can formulate a formation or tactical instructions to suit them. So he's very different from Laye. Then Frimpong Manso, as I said, didn't even take charge of a major competition. In a couple of months to the Wafu under 17, he leaves and then he's replaced by Prosper Nate Ogum. What worries me is the reasons they give as to why these head coaches leave. So let me start with the Desmond one, because that's the subject we are on, the under 20s. Remember when Desmond was given the role as Black Stars assistant?
Yep.
We raised questions on the burden on him and the fact that
Combining both
3 roles at the time, because at the time he was head of coaching education,
yes,
under 20 head coach and Black Stars assistant. Then they said that it will not be an issue. Then he himself said it will not be an issue. Then now in the statement that they've released hiring Maxwell Konedu, they are saying they want to give him time to focus on the Black Stars. So at the end of the day, we were right. They were wrong.
We're always right.
We're always right. Then again, it comes to the Frimpong Manso thing. When they gave Frimpong Manso the job, some of us were like, no. His team was on top of the Premier League. The guy was gunning for a Premier League title at the time. So what sense did it make to give him such a crucial job in handling the under-17s who were preparing for a Wafu in just a few months? And then, he can combine the two. He also came and said he could combine the two. And now they reach Africa. And the reason they are telling us is that they want him to focus on his club. So again, we were right. And they were wrong. So why don't they just listen? Like, just listen and avoid making the mistakes. Because, look, this under-17 group had been scouted by Frimpong Manso. He has done everything. And now they've come and Prosper is now walking into the team. So what if Prosper didn't or doesn't necessarily appreciate certain profiles, key profiles in the team? What if they don't fit? Now he has to rescout. Then you go to the under-20s also. Unfortunately, they couldn't make the AFCON with Desmond, the Wafu. Yeah, they fell to at the Wafu level. But the new cycle is beginning. And if the new cycle is beginning based on the team from Laye, because this current chunk of under-20 players are some of the remnants from Laye's under-17 to players who have been scouted by Desmond. And they are of a certain mood. The way they play, the way they think are of a certain mood. Even some of them, if you go back and you trace where the clubs they are coming from, these clubs are teaching certain principles. Then you look at Maxwell Konedu and you see he is a raw winner. Like Maxwell can pick this team and win. But at the end of the day,
he want to win 1-0.
like you see, at the end of the day, does he have the ability? And that's the thing about youth coaches and senior level coaches. It's not every good coach that is good for the youth level. And you need to know exactly what you want. Do you want to groom these players to be ready for the national team, or you just want to win? If you just want to win, then we'll have what we had with Zito. We hadn't won something under 20 level. Zito went and he won with them. But at the end of the day, right now, where are the boys? We don't know where they are. In fact, none of them are good enough for Black Stars level as it stands, because none of them are in the Black Stars, apart from Fatah Isahaku. So that in itself becomes a problem. And then you have the laurels in terms of winning the trophies, but it doesn't translate into the national team football, which for me is the end goal at the end of the day. So some of these things, like the FA really seriously needs to look at it and give us a certain level of continuity and consistency, so that we can not just for us in terms of assessment, but the players can appreciate and assimilate the instructions and become like fit enough for them to be able to carry it out, and it will run through at all levels.
I also think we need to move away from appointing coaches who are already tied to clubs. And look, national team football and club football are completely different things, two different things. And I don't believe that coaches are capable of managing club football alongside national team football to the very best, levels, especially in 2025.
Yeah.
So we need dedicated people who are 100% like everything they do in the day.
They know that they are giving it their all.
Yes, they are giving it their all. And the FA is capable of paying these youth coaches. Because if the FA is capable of paying 2 million Ghana cedis to the Premier League winner, 1 million to the second place, 850,000 to the third place, down by 50,000 from
all the way up
position,
to the 15th
place,
yes,
increasing the money for referees.
Yeah.
All of these things they are doing is great. I don't think the FA cannot set aside a budget of 2 million to pay
youth coaches.
youth coaches a year, 2 million a year. Not per individual, but maybe the total package for all our youth coaches.
Yes.
2 million, 2.5 million cedis. We don't need to wait for government. Seriously, we don't need to wait for government. Except that one doesn't necessarily give them any political power. Of course, if they pay the club this much, they will get points in voting. So there's motivation. No, it's a fact.
Yeah.
They are more motivated to do it.
Factors.
The FA is buying buses for. I'm saying that all these things are good. I'm saying that the FA, if they are capable of doing these things, then they are capable of hiring coaches, getting them off the contracts they have with their current or their parent clubs, and then owning the coaches and paying them every month or however you structure the deal so that they work. I don't like the idea that somebody is a club manager. No serious country does that these days. It might have been useful at some point because we didn't have a lot of coaches in our system.
True.
So we had to manage the few ones we had. But I think we've gone way past that. And if we are capable of bringing in, foreign coaches to our women national team, they won bronze the last time. We brought in foreign coaches to the national team. If at the moment we don't have coaches good enough for our juvenile teams, we should be investing in foreign coaches to come and handle our under 17 and under 20 and building those players. By the time they've done that for maybe 5 to 8 years, they would have affected or impacted some of our young coaches who can also be good juvenile coaches. We saw how Milo worked with Kusiapia, who eventually became
the Black Stars
coach.
Even qualified us
to the World Cup.
Yeah.
And the circumstances in our failure in that World Cup was not a coaching matter.
Yeah, that's true.
It was off the pitch issues. He had no control over those things as well. So, and now look at what he's doing with Sudan. So I think we need to rethink the double appointments coaches have. It's almost like our junior national teams are treated like get somebody to be there. Because if and you see, we said it that when they appointed Otto, the first Otto,
yes,
and told us that he can be at Dortmund and come and coach the Blaster. Some of us said it didn't make sense.
Oh yes, that's true.
And
in fact, one of this former House of Oak player in the 90s made a comment, and then the president went and dressed him down where he met Joado.
Yes. Some of us said it didn't make sense. He has to choose between one of them and focus on it, and then come and then. He's been focused on the Blasters. Yes, he's failed to qualify to the AFCON. Yeah. But our story for the World Cup qualifiers is different.
Yeah.
He's doing quite well there.
Yeah.
So we need to rethink how we appoint some of these coaches. The FA should find the money. They've shown that they get blocked. Find the money and pay these youth coaches.
No, actually, I agree. Because if the football governing body can invest so much into clubs like this, the biggest resource or assets any institution can have is the personnel.
Yeah.
If you can pay the coaches well, right, to take over our junior national teams, and they are committed to our junior national teams, I don't see why we shouldn't be able to build players that will grow and go and feed into our national team. You were here. We always question when was the last time we had a certain block of youthful players rising through to our national team. It is because of some of the things like this. We had Salastete, when he was with the under 17, from the under 17, he went to the under 20. Under 20, he went to the Black Stars as an assistant coach. There was a certain level of consistency. And we saw so many players that he worked with. We saw the likes of Jonathan Mensah. And in fact, Jonathan Mensah, when I spoke to Salastete, he gave me an incredible story about how it was David Duncan who knew Jonathan Mensah and suggested Jonathan Mensah to Salastete. And Salastete, he hadn't even seen the player, but because of the way that David Duncan had told him about the player, they actually left a certain slot for Jonathan Mensah to come and feel, because a colleague coach had recommended the player to him. So clearly, these are people, when they work together, there is a way we can always build up. See how that 2009 team went to the 2010 AFCON, went to the 2010 World Cup, 2012 AFCON, 2013 AFCON, went to the World Cup in 2014, 2015 they were the core part of the team that made the final in AFCON before they started dropping. At this point, we've struggled to even get, like you mentioned, just Abdul Fattah Isak, and maybe recently Jerry Afriye, who has moved from under 20 to be able to play in the Black Stars. It's because of some of these inconsistencies. And I clearly agree that we should be able to invest in our resource, in our personnel. And if we really want to achieve results, that's the best way we have to go about it. This is Game Plan, show very interactive. Get in touch on 055 1111997. 055-1111-997. We are streaming across our digital spaces. You can tweet at us using the hashtag or post on X using the hashtag Game Plan. We'll be taking a break pretty soon, but just before that, when we take that break, we're going to come back and talk about Isak and what he actually brings to Liverpool. What is Liverpool lacking that Isak is the solution to? And why is he holding his club ransom so that they will allow him to go. But before that, football fans, are you ready for the ultimate match between Manchester City and Spurs? The EPL is here, and there's no better place to catch all the action than at Achimota Mall. This Saturday, August 23, come and experience the thrill of live football with fellow fans as Manchester City battle Spurs in a showdown for glory. In fact, Manchester City versus Mohamed Kudus. When Kudus was with West Ham, that was last season or last 2 seasons when he scored that scissor kick against Manchester City. So you would have to be there on a big screen to enjoy the football. It's going to be an epic atmosphere, and you can predict and win some giveaways. So electric football too, you can expect that. It's all going down at the Achimota Mall food court. And guess what? It is absolutely free. Bring your jerseys, bring your squad, and bring energy. Kickoff is 11:30 a.m. But excitement starts very early with a lot of pre-match vibes. Achimota Mall Retail Center, vibes in Kwa, don't miss it. And also, the National Information Technology Agency, they are the regulators of so the National Information Technology Agency, NITA, the National ICT Regulator, an agency under the Ministry of Communication, Digital Technology and Innovation, brings to you this year's National ICT Week from Monday 25th to Thursday 28th August at the Accra International Conference Center from 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. each day. This year's celebration is themed Ghana as Africa Digital Trade Hub Innovation Policy and Partnerships for the Future. The event brings you a lineup of impactful discussions, exhibitions, and engagements that highlights Ghana's leadership in digital on the continent. Join us as we connect policymakers, industry leaders, innovators, and the public, all working together to shape the future of digital trade in Accra. And the 22nd International Book Fair is on now. The theme for this year is Inclusive Publishing, celebrating accessible literature. John Pegasus Publishing at stand 13 at the National Theatre, Accra, from Wednesday to Wednesday 20th to Saturday 23rd August. So it's already underway. 8 a.m. It's ending tomorrow. So it's between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Discover diverse, inspiring books for all ages, meet our authors, and enjoy exciting activities. At Pegasus, we are passionate about stories that connect everyone. Admission is free. Visit stand 13 for exclusive offers and a warm welcome. Celebrate literature with Pegasus Publishing at the Ghana International Book Fair 2025. Call 020-4566-807 for more details. 020-4566-807. Get in touch and they will give you some more details. And once again, about Betway, it is time to get rewarded as the next big sports betting influencer with Betway. Place bets and share your codes with friends, fans, and followers. If they place bets using your code, you will earn 4% of their wager. Doesn't matter if it is a win or a loss. If they bet, you earn cash. And the more people that bet with your code, the more you will earn. Start betting, sharing, and winning with Bet Influencer, exclusive to Betway. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. Bet the responsible way. Betway. Get way more. And in every community, the skyline is dotted with uncompleted buildings. Some at the foundation, others at lintel or roofing level. Each one tells a story, a dream, a home in the making. Because home ownership remains one of humanity's greatest desires. Wherever you are on this journey, whether you are breaking ground, building up, or simply furnishing your space, the Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair is designed with you in mind. Join us from Friday, September 12th to Sunday, September 14, 2025 at the Good Park near Accra Mall for Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair 3rd Clinic 2025. Let us help turn your home ownership dream into a reality. The EcoBank Journeys Habitat Fair is powered by EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, and brought to you by Drive EV GH, Drive into a Sustainable Future, Virtual Security Africa, Security for All, Safety and Home Solutions. You think of a door? We have it. Superlock Technologies Limited, you deserve the best. DBS Pipes, connecting you to life. Elegant Homes and General Construction Limited, where quality meets value. Gold Key Properties, transforming the landscape. Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app Baco Services Bebre. Special Gardens, memorable living. DBS Industries Limited, we truly are your roof experts. Door Masters, the best indoors. Less Fortune Limited, unleashing luxury with perfection, one space at a time. The LandlordAfrica.com, bringing the real estate industry to your doorstep. The Builders Market, bathroom, get it right. Right House Energy Limited, let's build smarter energy together. Masters in solar installation. Syntex Tank, air strong, air tough. Interplast, we make sure water reaches you even in space. Yoban Security, doors, protecting lives and properties. Clifton Homes, beautiful homes, wise investment. Western Villas, where dream meets reality. EcoBank Journeys Habitat Fair 2025. Dream it, own it, live it. And the break, after we come back, we'll be talking about Liverpool and their issues with Newcastle United over their attempts to sign Alexander Isak from the club.
Son, we are so proud of you for setting up this hospital. I really love those hospital beds and waiting chairs. By the way, did you import them?
No, Dad, I didn't. I actually got them from Kindle Books and Stationery right here in Ghana.
Wow. We also bought...
Prudential Life Insurance proudly presents the 6th edition of Pro Ride Accra 2025. Whether you're a professional cyclist, an amateur, or just riding for fun, join us for the biggest cycling event in Ghana on Sunday 31st August 2025 from the Black Star Square. Check-in begins at 6 a.m. and race starts at 7 a.m. For professionals, please register through your clubs, and for amateurs and enthusiasts, register online at prudential.com.gh or dial *778*001# and follow the prompts. Registration stays open until 24th August and it's free for all, including persons living with disabilities. Ride for a chance to win up to 15,000 Ghana cedis, branded medals and gifts from sponsors and partners. Pro Ride Accra 2025 is supported by Ghana Cycling Federation, Multimedia Group, Footprint TV, Decathlon, Fit Strip Gym, Sonotech Medical and Diagnostic Center, Lake Country Mineral Water, Reggie's Juice Bar, and Funtopia Games. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, call 0202-018-870 or 0302-738-727. Pro Ride Accra. Ride for life.
The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone, yeah. Money we define, every day and night. Mama, dada keep on hustling for the family. The luckiest. Just dance everyone to hash. You can win some cash. You can be the luckiest with one CD. Luckiest with 5,000, the luckiest. The teacher, doctor, market woman. You can be the luckiest. Oh, the luckiest. Luck is everywhere, for everyone. You can be the luckiest. The luckiest. Luck is everywhere, yeah, for everyone. Yeah. Stars everyone to hush. Luck is everywhere. Luck is everywhere. Tell me, are you feeling lucky? Because I'm feeling lucky. Because I'm feeling like the ultimate. That we go win. If I win, you win. You could be the luckiest.
In every community, the skyline is dotted with uncompleted buildings. Some at the foundation and others at lintel or roofing level. Each one tells a story, a dream, a home in the making, because home ownership remains one of humanity's greatest desires. Wherever you are on this journey, whether you are breaking ground, building up, or simply furnishing your space, the Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair is designed with you in mind. Join us from Friday, the 12th of September to Sunday, the 14th of September 2025 at Good Park near Accra Mall for Joy News EcoBank Habitat Fair 3rd Clinic 2025. Let's help turn your home ownership dream into a lived reality. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank, partners the EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair and brought to you by Drive EVGH. Drive into a sustainable future. Virtual Security Africa. Security for all. Safety and home solutions. You think of a door? We have it. Superlock Technologies Limited. You deserve the best. EPS Pipes, connecting you to life. Elegant Homes and General Construction Limited, where quality meets value. Gold Key Properties, transforming the landscape. Ayuda, Ghana's #1 services app. App Bako, Services Bebre. Special Gardens, Memorable Living. DBS Industries Limited. We truly are your roof masters. Door masters, the best indoors. Lesh Fortune Limited, unleashing luxury with perfection, one space at a time. LandlordAfrica.com, bringing the real estate industry to your doorstep. The Builders Market, bathroom, get it right. Right House Energy Limited. Let's build smarter energy together. Masters in solar installation. Syntex Tank. Air strong, air tough. Interplast. We make sure water reaches you even in space. Yolben Security Doors. Protecting lives and properties. Clifton Homes. Beautiful homes. Wise investment. Western Villas. Where dream meet reality. EcoBank Joy News Habitat Fair 2025. Dream it. Own it, live it.
Calling all food lovers. The Accra Food Festival returns this September 20th through 22nd at Place 100, the cleanest, greenest, most elegant park in Accra. Located on Independence Avenue in Ridge, directly next to the College of Physicians and Surgeons. Bring the entire family to enjoy a long weekend, sampling and purchasing small plates from the best local and international food, drinks, and lifestyle brands in town. There'll be live entertainment and fun for all ages. Tickets are 50 Ghana cedis per person, under 5 and over 65 admitted free. Skip the lines and purchase tickets in advance on Ego Tickets. The Accra Food Festival is powered by Multimedia Ghana, Melcom, Merben Capital, and Belacqua. Follow Accra Premium and Accra Food Festival on social media for more.
There's going to come a time that the church will rise as the highest of all the mountains, and saviors will be raised in the church to deal with the world system. And let it be now We need to have a national focus. We don't have to lose this ambition, or else we work against the Great Commission.
They are equipped in righteousness, the agenda to possess the nations. Welcome to an equipping center of the word and prayer on Pentecost Hour.
Pentecost Hour comes to you on Joy 99.7 FM every Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Hits FM on Mondays at 5:30 a.m. and Joy Prime TV on Saturdays at 7 a.m.
We are back from the break. This is Game Plan, and I am Muftau Nabila Abdullahi. Daniel Cranton, Sicho Fairflips, assume they are still here with me for today's edition of the show. As I mentioned earlier, it's an interactive show. You can get in touch on 05511119997. That is our WhatsApp line, and you can also post on X and then tag us with the hashtag Game Plan. This show is also live on Haze 103.9 FM. Sicho, let me come to you on this one. The drama at the, should I say, the Magpies, right, Newcastle United, is quite an interesting one. Isak is holding the club ransom because he wants to go to Liverpool. Liverpool say he's a man they want. What does he bring to this Liverpool team that at all costs they should have him?
First of all, I don't think he's necessarily holding them to ransom. I think what he's saying is that he had a conversation with the club. The club is not necessarily honoring the promise that was held back door. The club has also since come out to deny that there was ever any communication like that. But the manager, Eddie Howe, has come to speak today. He says that, yeah, he held a conversation with Isak, but he wants to keep that private. Isak also in his statement said that because trust has been broken, it's in the best interest of both parties to move on. Newcastle have also said that when Isak is ready to play again, they are ready to reintegrate him into the team. So it's going on and back and forth. Personally, look, football, before I go to why Liverpool need him or if they do need him, football is a sport where I don't necessarily respect loyalty in football because it's nothing. You only want to play for the team that you feel you are good enough to play for. But when you think you are better than the ambitions of the team, you want to go to the next team that fits your ambition. It's standard. So when a player is doing well for a team in kissing the badges, it doesn't. I don't buy that. It doesn't. If a player is playing for Stoke, Swansea, and he's scoring a goal, hitting his badge and kissing the badge, Foco.
So when Fatah was hitting his badge after scoring for Leicester,
let Tottenham Hotspur bring 6 million to Leicester and tell Fatah to move and ask him if he will stay at Leicester in the Championship. Not even them. Let Brighton. Let Wolverhampton Wanderers in the Premier League. So I'm saying that.
But reports had suggested that Everton wanted, but the guy decided to stay at
maybe he thinks Everton will come and replace him in the Championship. he wants upwards movement. But Everton has some way. But I see Isak, and again, back on that point, when players feel like I'm good enough to play for this team, they stay there and play. When they feel they are better to play for a team that can achieve more, they want to move. That's football. Loyalty doesn't work. In the same way, when a football club feels that you are surplus to requirements and they don't want you to do anything to get you away. I'll give you a typical example. How is Anthony, who Man United paid 100 million for him?
Yeah.
Only a couple of seasons ago.
Yes.
He's not training with the team. He didn't go on pre-season. He's been frozen. He doesn't join his teammates to eat at the team canteen. He doesn't train with his teammates. His just number has been taken away from him. Marcus Rashford, Man United Academy products, they froze him out of the team. He didn't go on pre-season. Fair enough. So Garnacho, the same thing. He's been frozen from the team. He's not training. He didn't go on pre-season. Same thing for Malacia. But this,
why is he coming for
he's stating facts.
I'm setting an example.
But
Malacia stood in United. And these are players.
You've forgotten.
These are also players who are under contracts. Somebody who told you Isak is under contract Newcastle, he has to play. No, I'm saying that. I get it. I'm not saying I back Isak. But this is the reality of the sport. All the Man United players have mentioned under contract. Let's go to Chelsea. Nicholas Jackson. Only last year, he was starting for Chelsea. He went to the Club World Cup as their first choice striker. Things didn't go well. They are back in England. The manager has said he won't be involved in games. He's not injured because they want to ship him out. We saw what they did to Trevor Chalobah. Shipped him out, said he was surplus to requirements, he wasn't going to play. Shipped him out, brought him back because they needed him. Ben Chilwell, the whole of last season until January, he was frozen out. He wasn't playing football. He had a contract. So what I'm saying is, I when it comes to football clubs and players and these things happening, I have no sympathy for either side. Alexander Isak knows that he said that he had a conversation with the club. The club said there was no conversation. The way he's acting is not ideally the best way to act. But in the sports football, it is a ruthless and an unforgiving sport. If Isak stays at Newcastle this season, gets injured for 3 months, he comes back and is not the same player. They sign a player, they replace him. Next summer, he has 2 years on his contract. They are looking to sell him because they need to bring in somebody to fill. We saw Callum Wilson. They didn't extend his contract. He wanted to stay. They said, no, you get injured too much. Come on, get out. So that is football. It's ruthless. Now, why Liverpool? You saw Trent Alexander-Arnold. He was born in Liverpool. Everything. The boy says he wants a different life experience. He wants to go to another country. He wants to speak gracias, vamos. He wants to speak Spanish. And he's gone to Spain. And Liverpool fans are angry. But Liverpool fans will be happy if Isak comes to Liverpool after what he's done to Newcastle.
What a coincidence.
So I'm saying, and there's nothing wrong with it.
It's actually a coincidence.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's football.
I think one of the pains of Liverpool fans was the fact that he left for free.
Yeah.
No, he left for 10 million.
They got something from him.
10 million.
He left a player who didn't have a contract with you left for 10 million.
No, but they actually feel that 10 million is
your value is tied to not only your ability but
your
tied
contract.
to your contract. At the time he was leaving, he didn't have any day left on his contract.
That's true.
He didn't have any playing days.
So Liverpool should be grateful actually.
Because Liverpool were not going to play the Club World Cup, so they were not playing days for him. Yeah. But they had 10 million for a player who was leaving for free. Too much profit for an academy.
Good cash.
Good cash.
They should add that 10 million.
Now look at this. Newcastle want to buy Joan Wissa. Joan Wissa is telling Brentford that I won't play. He has deleted all his Brentford posts on IG.
Yes.
Newcastle fans want that deal to happen tomorrow quickly. They are happy to have a player who is also keeping his club, if like for want of better word, ransom. But they are not happy that Isak is doing. Bro, I'm saying it is football. So I'm not emotional about Isak no force. And no. That's how if the club doesn't want you, quick, they'll throw you out. Briefly on why Liverpool would want him. Liverpool have lost.
What actually does he bring to the team that they already don't have?
Oh, he brings a proper number 9 who can guarantee you Premier League goals, like a proper guarantee, settled guarantee Premier League goal scorer, elite goal scorer, Premier League standard. Down the middle. If Liverpool know they got goals from Mo Salah, they know they've got a couple from Cody Gakpo. What was missing was what Nunes would bring.
They've added Ekakiti.
Yes. and Liverpool also Liverpool have lost 2 centre forwards because Nunes has left and Jota, may he so rest in peace, he quench. So
that's not supposed to be funny.
After saying he so rest in peace, you say he quench.
He's passed. May he so rest in peace.
Proceed.
The timing of the pitch is bad, man.
So Liverpool have lost 2 strikers. They brought in Ekitike. Now think about it. If Ekitike has a knock or suspension for 2 weeks, they don't have a direct replacement for him. If Isak comes in, I think Ekitike can be understudy. But Ekitike as well is good enough to play off Isak or in the wide area. So, and Liverpool have lost also Luis Diaz. Yeah. So even though they've brought in some decent signings in Florian Wirtz, Ekitike, Frimpong, Kekes, I still think the attack is weaker than it was last season, considering the number of players they've lost in that position.
Really?
So Liverpool, yes, you've lost. We all of us are only not only them. All of us lost Jota.
Yeah.
Only they lost Nunes, and they've also lost Diaz. Jota is our loss. Yeah. Diaz and this.
They've not lost Diaz. Diaz that they've made money. They can get a perfect replacement.
No, when I'm saying they've lost him, he's not in the team. They've lost him. You've made money, but you've lost the player.
Yeah, that's facts.
So now they have to replace that, and they've not replaced. Look, the Diaz that they've lost, they've not replaced him. It's not about the goals. It's about his style. The Diaz guy is about his style. They've not replaced that style. Now, as for Darwin Núñez, what they brought him to come and do, he failed at it. So they have to replace that. And Isak completely does that for them.
This brings us to the loyalty of football. You can't be loyal.
See, Darwin Núñez will run and tackle and do everything. Liverpool say you're not scoring. Do you know where they took him to? They took money from Saudi. Núñez didn't want to leave Liverpool.
Oh yeah, sometimes these things happen.
It's
the
football.
club will take the money and push you.
Yeah, it's football. It's like Núñez. This season you won't get some to play, even if you stay.
Say Onyade.
So it's a club with ambition. You also have to move. So for me, I get why Liverpool would want Isak. It will disturb Ekitike a little bit, but I get why they want him. If Liverpool have got Ekitike and Isak for the next 3 years, it's some massive firepower. Ekitike too can play in other positions, can play off the left and come in. Even Isak can play off the left. But of course, you prefer him down the middle because he's consistently been banging in goals for Newcastle. But yeah, so I get why Liverpool would want him. But for me, when it comes to a player not wanting to play for the club and a club not wanting, it is the sport. I'm not emotional about it because I've seen it way too many times. When Ateta came to Arsenal, what did he need to do to Aubameyang and at some point Lacazette?
Oh yes.
Who were one-time captains of the club.
Yeah.
So bro,
part of the reason they win the league.
Nana Krantil, he just spoke about the profile of Isak and what he will bring to the Liverpool setup. But if you take a look at what Liverpool currently have got, and believing that Isak should be maybe the solution to what Liverpool wants to do, aren't there alternatives for Liverpool to go into the market, strengthen their team, and maybe decide that, okay, we don't want to be the reason why this gentleman doesn't want to train with the Newcastle anymore?
Me, low key, high key, I think Liverpool know like they are set. I think with the Ekitike transfer, I think they are set. That's from the.
So if they are set, why would they be going for him for Isak?
Liverpool, the last bid that they sent, they are not actively pursuing. If you read the reports, they are not even in talks. It's Isak who is doing. So it's like they are waiting for the thing to set before they will come back. But they are not actively pursuing the guy in talks with Newcastle. But the Newcastle statement said that the evaluation of the player has not been met.
And they don't think it to be met.
And they don't think it will be met. It means Liverpool, no. That 150 whatever million Newcastle are asking, don't pay.
Couldn't it also be a strategy from Liverpool? Let the boy cause confusion, force a move, then we will pay the figure we want to.
Fantastic. Yeah. You see the Saudi people, no? We know them all.
The Saudi strategies.
That difference between the 100, we say 150, it doesn't touch them all. See, Premier League clubs have money already. Brighton say they don't want Man U's 100 million. Did you hear? They said Man U bid. They didn't even look at the email. They just shifted, delete. They didn't even open it. Brighton don't even know. The people at Brighton don't even know how much Man U bid. Fabrizio Pay, you know that thing. The people at Brighton, they didn't even open the email. They don't need your money. Premier League teams have money. You understand? On top of that, Newcastle is owned by Saudis. It's not 150 million. No. They are saying, stay away from my player. That's the message they are sending across. Stay away from it. And they know that Liverpool won't pay that 150 million. You get it? The point is, the contract is the only factual thing in this whole thing. Whether this one said this, and there was a gentleman inside and they shook hands and things. As for that one, nobody can see whether it's true or not. The bottom line is there's a contract. And there's a way you conduct yourself. Sitwa said, hey, Garnacho and Darwin Núñez and Rashford and Co. No, they know that Omo Nyade. So if the club comes and they think we are sacking you, no, they understand. Now Rasmus Højlund, you don't see Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund, we say we dey sack him. We say I'll stay and fight. Today he's listening to Monaco. I say Monaco, Napoli. Don't listen and see. Sack him.
I like that
because Onyade.
Good. It's actually Newcastle Nyade.
But you see,
ambitions at this point vary.
Next time, you see, whether you like it or not, it is the club that has the power. Me, I can want to sell you like what United did. United said, West Ham, come for Maggie. Maggie said, okay, when they reach it, Maggie said he won't sign. If Maggie won't sign, he's still your player. So Maguire is still a Man U. Isak and this thing, no. Next time, when you are reading that contract and you are signing, no, put a clause in there. That's what Eze's agents did. They will release clauses at the end of every season so that if you want him, you can come and buy him. Eze and this thing, no. Crystal Palace. Yes. Fortunately for the two parties, especially Eze, the gentleman in the agreement, no, he's still there. He was on paper. So the quick, then he has gone. But you next time make sure that you put the thing on paper so that you can go. But this, you say you allow me, and now you say you didn't say that, no. Boga.
It's your word versus my word.
And it's to World Cup is coming, no. Sweden, no, where they for this thing inside.
But wait, too, are you saying that Newcastle go into the season with maybe Juan Wissa if it eventually happens?
Yeah.
And then Isak hasn't moved to Liverpool, and Newcastle won't play Isak.
Isak said he won't train.
He said he won't train.
So if you train, we'll find you every weekend until you come back.
When he's ready to come.
So when he's ready, then
Newcastle will go who are big.
No,
if the transfer market ends. See, Newcastle, they shouldn't do too
You see, whether they who are beg or not, whether they who are beg or not, bottom line is you are not going anywhere. You are under contract.
You want to
eventually you play. You think Isak he wants to sleep in the house for 6 months? World Cup is coming.
Yeah, but I'm saying that Newcastle too should be careful, right? Because eventually you're playing Champions, you're playing Premier League. You want to be competing for certain things. Bro, Sesko bounced you. Joao Pedro bounced you.
Jackson is bouncing.
Jackson is bouncing.
He's currently bouncing.
Yeah.
He doesn't want to go.
Plenty players. Mention some.
Ekitike, Liverpool bounced. You see Liverpool. Nah, they are the issue.
Liverpool bounced.
Probably what they did.
They should have allowed the Ekitike guy to go to Newcastle. Newcastle were willing. If Liverpool were willing to pay that 150 million, to let the guy go.
Yeah.
Provided they got a replacement. When they were talking to the replacement,
yes.
You want to buy the replacement.
Liverpool are not ready to pay Liverpool are not ready to pay 150 million. If Newcastle say that Liverpool come and pay 120, 130 plus some add-ons, maybe Liverpool will consider. As for the 150, Liverpool will not pay. Now Newcastle, you are your friends. Tell them that Liverpool, they will not pay.
No, we don't need the money.
That's fine. But the 150,
it's a statement.
They won't pay.
I think the crux of the conversation here, as Danny mentioned, is that we all have money, so I don't need.
Yeah, it's power play. No. It's power play.
Look, you all have money, but at some point, what's the essence of having an asset with you when you can't use the assets and you're in desperate need of the assets? The truth of the matter is, you Newcastle, because of the financial fair play and everything, you even need to get a player like Isak off your books as well, if he's not going to be playing. Because as we speak, you don't even have a striker. Newcastle, last time they played the
first nine
Anthony Gordon.
And didn't score any goals.
No, that guy, the hairstyle, that thing good.
For Qatar. So my point is, Newcastle can do all the Isak skirmishes they want, but they should look. And the reason why Isak even wants to leave now makes sense to me. Tell you the whole summer you've only signed Elanga. I'm not saying Elanga is not good. Elanga is a good addition.
The pronunciation of the name alone. That's not giving.
No, seriously. So if Isak is questioning the ambition of the club, he's right, because look, you've not been able to get any of, and let's face it, Newcastle's top. The bosses at the top. Almost all of them have left too.
All of them. So the person who promised him is not.
The person who promised himself is gone. So, sweetheart, what are your thoughts?
In fact, I was actually coming to her.
Forget Danny K, forget me. Fire.
Okay, for me, Isak is still on contract. So as for that one, there's nothing you can do about it. You are still a Newcastle player, whether you want to play or not. Both of them, I feel like both sides are valid. But I feel like Newcastle need to let him go, because they also need to think about Champions League football. They need a forward. They needed to probably let him go earlier in the window, so they can now focus and find. Yes, because Isak, we know he brings the goals for Newcastle. And we already witnessed last week, without a proper forward, they drew that game. And they actually had so many chances. Yeah. And as you said, Elanga is the only person they've signed.
So he's doing langa.
Do you see the chance he missed in the first few minutes of that game? You actually need a forward in your team. And if you drag this whole thing, it's not good to
There's also the school of thought that before Newcastle, who was Isak?
No, he was one of the most promising. Isak's value.
A promising is not a promise.
Yes. But Isak's value on the market then was bigger and more valuable than Benjamin Sesko now. At the time they were signing. But Newcastle, if they signed Ekitike and we're doing this with Isak, if they sign Sesko or Joao Pedro, but everybody is bouncing you. A lot of the players are bouncing because they see what Isak has seen. That the project is not moving forward. When you came, the Saudis came, you promised that you revamp the training grounds. Nothing has changed. You promised some facelift to St. James's. Nothing. You promised some quality play. Nothing. So everything you guys have been saying, MPK. So Joao Pedro said, Sesko said, everybody says, Isaku is there saying,
Charlie. And something to tell you, they have Champions League football, and these players are still denying to come to you. So you might be the problem. You have to evaluate yourself.
They don't have pool.
They don't have the pool.
Oh, so Man United would have had the pool, isn't it?
Oh, we have the pool, even without Champions League.
Yeah, you're signing Sesko and co. There's a message for you, actually, from Isaac. He says he's coming to grab you.
Oh,
after listening to Isaac, they come grab you.
Can you take me to Old Trafford?
That's
the chance.
See, he dropped Bill quick.
Quick.
It finished me. This one says, good afternoon, guys. Manchester United is big. Currently the second most valuable club in the world. They should not lower their demands for Garnacho. Chelsea, the team whose new kit looks like a referee's jersey, want to be petty. They just want him cheap and resell for a higher price. He says, I wish Maxwell Konedu all the best. This is Pav from Awoshi. And then this one, it's a knee Tojo from Tema. He says that Ghana Sports need to develop more investment in all aspects. That's what he's saying. And this one says, good afternoon, Joy Sports team. His message is that my Accra Hazard needs to do to win this afternoon's match against Bibiano Ghost. He's talking about the Galka top 4 competition. Gentlemen, that's all time will permit us for today's edition of
Gentlemen and Lady.
Gentlemen and Lady. Let me add that. Thank you. They are coming to grab you. This has been game planned. We'll be back here again for another edition of the show next week, but do not forget to join us at the University of Ghana Stadium for the Joy Sports Invitational Tournament, which is happening. We'll be starting at 6 o'clock and all the way up to about 6 p.m. Thank you very much for being a part of this. We appreciate your company.
Do you have commercials?
Yes.
No, don't play it. No.